Yeah, welcome and welcome back. I'm Martin, and I saw that even Simeon have has a chat at and a stream at the very right same moment. But I mean, who cares? You can watch his replay. I can watch his replay. You can watch then my replay and whatsoever. And yeah, let's quickly check if everything is running the way it should, because as you know, I'm always having there on the control screen all the parameters and that stuff. But until someone of you doesn't tell me that I'm really online, that you can see me, that you can hear me, I do not trust technology too much. Looks good. Publicity, obviously, as always. Let's get this one out of the way. Okay, looks good. Looks good. I can see myself, and I really hope that if someone should be watching, then you can. Hey, Thomas, you're having two screens, and on the left you have Simeon, and on the right you have me. That's cool. Yeah, quickly. I mean, obviously, in the good mood mug, there's the good mood juice. I've been 2 weeks to Munich and I loaded the car as full as I could with good stuff to eat and to drink. And incredible 2 weeks. I mean, really incredible 2 weeks. I just thought I can take 2 weeks off and not too many things would happen. And then Heaviosity comes out with Oblivion. And I love Oblivion, and I'm working on a demo track at the moment. And yes, Westwood came with Rotor, which is a really cool rhythmic solo cello library. This is what we'll talk about today. Then even Wrong Tools, they came out with two libraries meanwhile. Bunker samples, and I love bunker samples a lot. They came out with another cello, the Iremia. Then there is LibreWave. They have an incredible plugin that I will talk about very soon, which just adds a mute to every string library that you have. So you don't have to choose, or take a new one or get a new one. You just use your favorite string library or brass library, whatever, and then just put a mute on a virtual mute with this plugin. Incredible. Triumph Audio, they came out with their toy piano. So you see, lots and lots and lots of choices of new libraries, and whenever I find something that inspires me, that I really like, that is really cool, then I would like to present it. And today I would like to quickly talk about Rotor, because I like it. I simply like it. I mean, I like nearly everything from Westwood, and I fell in love with them when they came out with their Untamed series, because the Untamed series really brought something completely new to the table, and in my opinion still does. And then yes, they have so many libraries meanwhile. I mean, not all of them you can have in the free player, but if you look at the free player, then there is the Novella Origin, the Lost Piano, the Lost Synth, the Lost Guitar, the Electric Home Piano, the L Piano, and so on and so forth. The Untamed series is still in the you need the full version of Contact. And today I would even like to talk about Roots. Roots is their series of free libraries, and they are incredible. They run in the free player of Contact. This is pretty cool. And they add something to the table which is pretty interesting. So I suggest we switch from this view where you see just me to this view where you see even my screen. And then we do this. Let me just see if I can. Yeah. Okay. So roots. I wrote two quick cues just to show you a little bit what Rotor does, and then we will get into detail, which is pretty funny. I even had a survey on my channel recently. If you prefer, like Simeon does, just one stream presenting 4, 5, 6, 7 different libraries, or if you prefer that I do it as I always do it, one stream, one library, and with this one library we really go into depth. And 100% of you, I mean 100%, told me no, please keep your format, please, one stream, one library, go in depth, because as you know the way I think, know your tools, Know your libraries. This is so important. It's not important to have as many libraries as you can get. I think it's really important to know those libraries to really then, if you need them, get out the best of them. And yeah, let's get into roots. Roots. By now, Westwood, they have 2. And the cool thing is, it's at the end of the day, it's only 1 sample, and then there are those 8 knobs which add a little bit of effect and modulation and whatsoever to those samples. So the snapshots that you find aren't anything different than simply those 8 knobs in 8 different positions. And just listen to the Untold Strings, a free library, what it does and how it sounds. There is quite a lot of life in this sound. It's not just a static, sustained string sound. Like it a lot. And then, yes, their newest addition to the Roots collection is their Drifting Winds. And they are just as amazing as the Untold Strings. Listen to this. So if I just press one key, you see there is stuff going on. Beautiful texture, beautiful woodwind texture. Very beautiful. And then in this track I even used the lost piano, and I said it often. There is yeah, thanks. Yeah, it is a beautiful sound, and it's for free. This is a free library. So the Drifting Winds and the Untold Strings, they are both free libraries. And let's maybe just listen to those 2 free libraries, what they can add to your sonic palette. And then just imagine to add any other instrument you want to this. So yeah, what I added was then the lost piano from Westwood, and I said it quite often. I do have a love-hate connection to the lost piano because I'm really sure it is capable of anything. It's just me probably too stupid really to figure out what the interface precisely wants from me with those knobs. I read the manual, I read it various times, and I really tried to understand really what's going on there. I just couldn't figure it out, but it doesn't matter. I just took a snapshot. Sounds like this. With those memories, so beautiful. So yeah, this is just, you know, some slow textural stuff, but today we talk about Rotor, and Rotor then adds the human touch, the human feel, the engine behind it to the table. What is Rotor? It is loops are bad, you know, my t-shirts. If you would like to have one of those t-shirts, the link is in the description. It is a loop-based library, but it's not as simple as that, because as Westwood always does, there is something very special to it. Let's listen again to this track with Rotor in it, and then we dive, even the second cue I came up with, and then we dive a little bit deeper into what Rotor really is. the second short cue. Quickly, just one thing here. I used even the woodwind Untamed. I love the Untamed series. Really, I love it, and I use it so often whenever something like this is needed. So this library, if you don't know it yet, the Untamed series, every note has those improvisations. Normally there are 3 of them, and they are triggered by velocity. So it depends on how hard I press the key, and then you can choose from the various improvisations. So this is not your legato solo library to write amazing melody lines, but this is your library if you would like to add this stuff to the table. Rotor. So, Rotor, what do you get in Rotor? As I said before, it is a loop-based library, and there are 3 NKIs in it, which is pretty cool. No, 4, because there are the rhythms, there are the shorts, and there are the flourishes. We will talk about them. And yes, the 4th one, even this pretty interesting. There are some percussive elements. Heaviosity did it with a piano, where they just used a piano to clap it and scratch it and hit it and whatsoever, to have a percussion library made of a piano. And here they did the same thing, Westwood, with the cello. So they hit the cello and they beat the cello and whatsoever. This is how it sounds. All those sounds can be generated by a cello if you mistreat it. So pretty fascinating. The rhythms. And this is where really Westwood excels. They thought about so many details. So you have, obviously, I love time synced stuff. The tempo, you can choose auto, and if I just play a note, this is what's happening at the moment. It is, Steph, it absolutely is. This is why on my second cue I used from the Untamed series the Untamed clarinet from the Woodwind series to this cello, and it is amazing. It really sounds so human. It really sounds like people playing. So, the tempo. I have auto, so it takes the closest recording that they made. I'm on 80 BPM, so it chooses the 91, but you can choose them manually too. So if I go to 90, listen. This is what they recorded at 90 BPM. If you go to 120, it's not only time stretched. They recorded something completely different. More suitable for 120. On 140, again, they recorded something which on 80 now sounds a little stupid. So if we bring this to the 140 it was recorded at, then it makes sense, and this is so cool. So you get so many variations. I mean, they talk about, I think, 140 rhythms that they recorded. It's a little bit more if you think about all this. And then you do have the time signature. They recorded a lot of stuff in 4/4 or in 6/8. Then they have various fields. We start with the simple ones. Yeah. Then there are the gentle ones. And there are 2 pages. So you see 8 here, but there's a second page. It's 9. Even pizzicato, pretty cool. Then there are the lively ones. And this is the rock star of cello. There is this band, I don't remember. They're only going with cello and stuff like this. Atomic something. This is pretty aggressive, because there is even a similar library, which is the solo textures by Heaviosity. Even they have, not only the cello, they even have the violas and the violins, but they don't get that aggressive. I like it a lot. And then there are the alternative ones. Apocalyptica, yes, Marika. Whenever I need help, there is Marika on my side. Dankeschön. So yeah, there is really lots of stuff in this one. So now I don't remember which one I used for my demo track. No, I think it was one of the gentle ones. Let's see if it still makes sense. Yes, it makes sense. Those are the rhythms. Then as always, there's the FX page where you have their trans pitch, where they pitch up and then they'll dial down again. You have the EQ, you have the delay, the width, the reverb, that stuff. You have the settings and you have the info page. On the home page itself, it's pretty cool. You have the expression, which is basically a volume dial. You do have this double feature. This is even pretty neat. What is the double? Double is that they recorded the very same phrasing twice and then hard panned, one to the left and one to the right. And as there are microseconds different if you play it, the same thing, but you get an amazing stereo effect on this one. And then there's the panning, on those two. If you switch it off, there's then the panning, only on, okay, I see. If I switch it on, then it gets automatically panned. Okay, no, sorry, because this is the know your libraries. Those are the two panning knobs for the double feature. Then there's a range, the standard range, which is 2 octaves, or the extended range. There are 4 mixes that they present, microphone mixes, and then you can, of course, even you have a spot mic, a close mic, a room mic, and an ambient mic. You can have your own microphone mix and then save it as you want. You have a random button, which just gives you something you maybe didn't expect. And then there's the reverb, where you can choose the room of the reverb and then just dial it in. Those are the rhythms. Then there are the shorts, and even the shorts are pretty cool. Let's get through some of them. You see the spiccato. Even this pretty aggressive. Then brushed shorts. Then the brushed longs. Very beautiful, thanks to the vibrato. Short harmonics. Collegno. Then this is a special of them with the guitar pick. They started this, I don't remember in which library, I think it was the Untamed series. They started this to play with the guitar pick, and this is even something that Bunker Sample has in some of their libraries, playing the strings with the guitar pick. Then they have know your libraries. Next t-shirt. Absolutely. And then know your tools, know your libraries, grow your tools, grow your libraries, and Prost. Prost might be even a nice t-shirt, which, by the way, I will be on Oktoberfest at the very last weekend. So if someone of you should be in Munich. It should be around the 3rd of October. Then why not meet in the Augustiner tent and have the best beer that Germany has to offer? Very interesting techniques, and I'm so sure that Westwood won't stop here, and I can't wait to have their viola, I love viola, library with something like this. Then a detuned spiccato. So yeah, lots of interesting content in this library, really. And then there are the flourishes, and those even are interesting. The fall off. And stuff like this, I heard it already in Ghost Cello from Triumph Audio even. Which, by the way, looks like a new trend that people start to say in their reviews. This is an honest review of. Should I say this too? I mean, this is an honest review, or can I just say, you know, it's as always, I go through this stuff. There are trill, whole tones, and on the first page, yeah. Oh, this is cool. Exactly. I mean, Smoke on the Water was originally played on a cello. Some of you might not know this. Now you know. Steph, absolutely, absolutely. A 300-year-old cello, if I remember well, and I'm pretty sure the Colegno stuff and the percussive stuff wasn't easy for her. And then exactly this stuff, you have it already if you have the Ghost Cello from Triumph Audio. Exactly the same thing. And then, as I showed at the very beginning quickly, there is even the percussion stuff, the percussive sounds that they recorded. And me personally, I really like this stuff. If you have, this is why I use the Untamed 88, the Uncharted 88 so often, because you have alternative percussive sounds. So I might even put into some of my compositions, because, you know, it's percussive, but it's alternative. It's not what you always hear. So yeah, let's for the ones that just came in lately, let's listen again quickly to what I came up with using Rotor, and then we can try to come up with something new. Just this. it's near to impossible to program something like this with a solo cello library, switching between the sustains and the staccato. No way, because you even hear in the up bow and the down bow and that stuff. Really, really, really amazing. And then here, yeah. And now as I listen to this, there's another very cool library. I mean, those 2 weeks, they have been nuts. So many libraries have been released. The Strange String Summer from Caro Reifer samples. This is probably the maddest, and this is a positive term in this case, the most mad string textural library I ever heard, because they really used different string libraries, not only the cello, the viola, and the violin, no, the hurdy-gurdy, and then whatsoever, to have a string texture which is completely, nuts, but in a very, very positive way. I will talk about even this one. I think I will have 3 streams a week now for the next 3 weeks, just to show you all those very cool instruments that came out in only 2 weeks that I've been away. So let's try to come up with something, and then we might mix even the solo strings Untamed into the game, or what even could be nice, maybe the way I would do it, if this would be now a real world thing, for example. And I'm pretty happy that in those days, if you want, go on the website of Malau Films, malau.com, and one of my themes has been chosen as the main theme of one of their upcoming projects. If I'm really happy and if they are really lucky, this might become even a feature film. This is what they hope, at least. And the theme that I wrote there, and the whole track, and I will talk about it. I didn't use only, the strings from Project Sam or from Heaviosity. No, I mixed them. Because like this, the mock-up gets way more realistic, because it's not that recognizable right out of the box. And then in this case, even if I would be asked again, like from Valentino, and I need to make this video too, when I orchestrated the backing track of one of his music videos, I didn't use only Symphobia. No, I mixed Symphobia with Novo and with Forzo and stuff like this, to get the various colors and the various instruments into it. And in this case, I'm absolutely sure I would love to have the cello played by Rotor, because it's amazing what you can do with this. Even there with the pizzicato. But then maybe, the violas I would use from Heaviosity solo textures, and then maybe the violin I would use from bunker samples or something like this, to really get those various techniques, together. You don't like, oh yeah, now this is Westwood, or this is bunker, something like this. And it's still on Enterprise, and no, it's not really a one-trick pony. I was a little bit afraid of the same, and I even thought, whoa, it's only cello, and I have something very, very similar to this. But then you hear it, the lively ones. And then the fact, that really for every tempo they recorded something different. If you put on auto, obviously, then it chooses the closest one, but there are many really interesting ones. Something that I miss in this library, something that I really miss in this library for my personal workflow, because those things, they are really even personal, and some interfaces, they just help you to get inspired and get creative, and some interfaces, they completely, even if the sound is good, but there are some libraries I have, and I know they have amazing sounds, but I never use them, because I don't feel them, you know, I don't have access to them. With Westwood, I have access to them apart from Lost Piano, which I never really understood. And with this one, you know, it's just there, and then you have even the different mixes. And something else that you can do, like always, you can, you know, choose one and then just shift click, add another one. So they play contemporarily. What I miss, this is what I started at, what I really miss is key switching. Unfortunately, you can't key switch. So what I would love to do is obviously in this line, not having the very same phrase for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars, but switch between them. You know, something like this. Something like this. This is what I normally do. If I work with loop-based libraries, I don't use the same loop for that long. Maximum after 4 bars, I switch to a similar loop, because this is what real musicians would do. And there is no key switching, which is strange because normally they have key switching. So what you would need to do in this case, you would need to have maybe then 3 or 4 tracks with the rhythms, and then just go, you know, from one rhythm to the other, switching from one track to the other. But, you know, that's not a big problem. I mean, I miss it. It would be handier, it would be quicker, but okay, it's not a deal breaker. So let's do something with this. Let's do something with this. We have the tempo on 80. I think that's fine. 6th, 8. No, because then I would need to change even the program. Let's leave it like this. Go to the gentle ones. Why not with pizzicato? Come on. Beautiful, but sorry, I need to do something, because then I can reuse this. Yeah, this is so the lively rhythm number 8 was on this track, so this is where it should be for future reference. Lively 8. Okay, and here we have then the gentle. Exactly. Then we can use some of the flourishes maybe. Or of the shorts. There was this long crescendo which I really like. Where was it? Come on. Yeah, brush long, this one. So beautiful. Just like this, just like this. Then we go to the flourishes and choose something from there even. really nice. And I'm not even synchronizing here perfectly to the grid, because I like that human touch to it, that little imperfection. And then we could, yeah, why not try something with the percussion. Chaka 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 chaka. Just see where they are if we... Let's see. Oh wait, I got distracted. I get distracted. Let's try like this. If it's maybe... Yeah. So then quickly, is it like this? Yes, it is like this. 16th. Okay. Percussion done. Okay. Then the problem is obviously if the percussion is synchronized perfectly, then even the others need to be, otherwise it sounds like soup. Nice. Then what else do we have? What else can we add to the table? I have an idea what we could do. Maybe just, yeah, some spiccato, something like this maybe. Yeah, something like this maybe. Let's try it ourselves. Yeah, that was not so bad, because this is going into the direction that I think it should go. Let's see. Okay, now I'm curious. Now I would like to add something from the Untamed series even. Let's see how human we can get this. What should we add? Woodwinds or brass or another string instrument? I'm highly tempted to bring in, I don't know why, let's see. Westwood, there it is. Solo brass untamed, I don't know why. But let's try this. Euphonium, Flügelhorn, trombone, tuba. Tuba might be cool for this. What do you think? Let's see what the tuba can do. Just see. Yeah, exactly, something like this, something like this. And then I have something else in mind, which might be pretty cool for this, which is the trumpet, because there was something in the trumpet that I remember was amazing. So, trumpet. Exactly, very farty. It's a tuba. I mean, bum 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 bum. On Oktoberfest, you will hear this stuff. It's a very... And you see, key switches, Westwood, come on, you can do it. You know how to do the key switches. Why does Rotor not have key switches? Tell me, please. There is a video, by the way, on my channel. 3 years old, something like this, 4 years old, my own little Oktoberfest, where I came up with some Humpty Dumpty, hum bum 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 Prost music. So let's see. Yeah, it's getting in the very right direction. It's getting precisely where I wanted it to be. Unperfect, very human improvisation wise. Just some people sitting in a room making music. It's not about being time synced. It's not about being, it's just about making music. And this is where they really shine, where their libraries really stand out. Let's go with this one. Yeah. I don't know many libraries that can do something like this. That excellent. Really. Just listen to the Untamed series. Steph, you mean the storm on the tuba? Something like this, or on the violin? Yeah, very beautiful instruments from Westwood. I don't know if I should call them out of these. Exactly. Um, Maybe niche. You know, maybe the libraries are a little niche. At least you know their strings and woods, because you know there is no normal legato, sustained, staccato, sforzato, and whatsoever. But I think we're all covered with something like this. But those standard libraries, they are not going into detail or playing techniques like Westwood does. This is where they really shine, where they really excel, where they really outstand, because they're doing it with a solo instrument even. Think about the Sunset Strings from Realitone, an amazing library with incredible playing techniques, even you know in the fade in and in the fade out, you know, leave the keys and something weird is happening and that stuff. But it's anyhow a string ensemble. It's not you know a solo instrument, and here you have it on solo instruments, and this is the very unique factor in my opinion. No, I mean the storm pitch in strings untamed. Okay. And beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Really, they're all so beautiful. I mean, personally, I do prefer the gentle and the lively feel. Those are, in my opinion, the most beautiful ones. This might be a reason for the key switches, because there is the loading time. Certainly those alternative techniques. 3 pages. I will go up with the tempo to 110. Amazing. Whoa! Okay. I have an idea. Just like this, just like this, just like this, and then we can add to this, for example, the trumpet that we had, which of course I didn't name them, but yeah, you know, a little bluesy, a little something like this. Wow, nice. And then I would need a piano. I would need a piano. Let's take just the quickest piano that there is, the easiest one. Even if it should be pretty bright. But it's Westwood, so let's stay with Westwood. We go with the old piano. We're not mixing too much stuff here. Something like this, simply like this. A little more felt. Pianist, you can hear them, yes. And that's it. Nah, that was crap. Yeah, you get the idea. I'm pretty sure you get the idea. Something like this. Maybe this could be one octave higher. No, like this. Yeah, exactly. Ah, beautiful. 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 So I hope really that by now you get the idea how much potential there is in Rotor. Sorry that there isn't a giveaway. Westwood just didn't reply to my request if we could have a giveaway for that stream, but hey. Yeah, I hope you have headphones on, or at least some speakers with a very wide stereo field. Listen to this, the double feature that I talked about before, where they just recorded the very same thing twice and then hard panned it to the left and to the right. So the double feature is switched off. This is how it sounds. Okay, I switch on the double feature. You see one is to the left, one is to the right. Listen. Nice. Amazing. The rock star of cello. Exactly. It's a beautiful library. It is a beautiful library. It's only cello. It's only looped based, at least the rhythms, but wow. And now add some rock drums. Yeah, another one with the double feature. Another one, just a simple phrase and then panned hard left, hard right. do something. I need to do something. I need to do something. I have a crazy idea in my mind now. Okay, just, you know, this cello, where is it? There it is. I need a much bigger screen. Then percussion, quickly. No, this was wrong. I didn't want it. This doesn't matter. I wanted this. Session player, drummer. Let's do it quickly with the drummer. Jo, grüß dich, der Daniel. So, drummer. Where was this? Where did it start? Here. 38. How does it sound? No. We want Mike Mangini on the drums. Okay. Just the only thing was a little strange. It's not really synchronized. How is this? I'm pretty sure that the auto function isn't on. Exactly, you see? Know your libraries, and I hope that the rhythm stays the same. No, it doesn't. Fuck. Come on. This one was so cool. Yeah. So learn from this. It was this one, wasn't it? Exactly, it was this one on 120 beats. It doesn't matter, we bring up the beat because I love this one. I need this one. Which is a 6/8. That's the next problem that we have with this one. Wow. Come on. That's not fair. Doesn't matter. Anyhow, what I had in mind. The question is, are drums needed here? It is percussive enough. What I had in mind, Steph, was really just, you know, starting really with this pattern, really with this one. Sorry. Get rid of the drums. And then come in with a little bit of Phil Collins Genesis drums, and then and some electric guitar underneath to really mix those two genres. Because I love this one. I just love this pattern, and it's inspired me to this idea. That's the only thing that I wanted to recreate now, but doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm having fun with Rotor. Absolutely. So let's just now go a little bit through the rhythms, because there's lots to discover. This is the one we had before. Third page. and really play with that double feature adds a lot. Even here the mixes, you can add them, or you can here just have the microphones and then let's just see. Okay, so now just the close, the spot microphone, the close microphone, the room microphone. Very, yeah, I like this one with this one. Without reverb. Nice. Westwood, well done. Sorry guys, really sorry. Whenever I see delay now I need to laugh, because of course, you know, a delay should be time syncable. Yeah, like, you know, 4th or 8th or 16th, and when I recently presented the library and the delay wasn't time syncable, it was only in milliseconds. And the developer then told me like, hey, come on, you're a professional, you should be able to tweak it, you know, to the tempo of your student. Yes, of course I could, but I don't want to. I want to switch this to 1/16th and then let it do its thing. So yeah, delay, you can do it here in 16th notes, or you switch it off and then you have it in milliseconds, but you can choose, you know, you can choose. You're not forced to. Beautiful. What's even cool, the most used effect is reverb. You have reverb on the main page, switched on, switched off. You go on the FX page, it's the exact same reverb at the exact same position. Even this, yeah, if an interface is done well, it is done well. Beautiful, beautiful, lots of fun. Alternative ones, I like them a lot. With this libraries, but with many libraries that are loop based, if you play the keys not precisely at the same time, but offset them a little bit. poor Polly with this 300-year-old cello with this Colenio. Yes, exactly. You know, those are pre-recorded phrases, and you have many of them. You know, you have at least, now we are at the category or the feel alternative in the tempo 140, because for every tempo there have been recorded different phrases. If you put it on auto, then it's the engine choosing the closest one to your door's tempo. If not, you can do this manually, and then whatever is happening there is just recorded into that phrase, but there are so many to choose from. That it shouldn't get boring, except the fact, I said it before, there is no key switching. So if you would like to have a chord progression, but you don't want to have the very same phrase all the time, then you can't simply key switch. Then you would need various tracks with various settings. There. There's this in, which could be. Let's see what it could be. Yeah. Altered with, but. That's a cool one. So yeah, that's Rotor, and I hope I could show you, even if it's loop based and if it's pre-recorded phrases, in the rhythms. There are anyhow 4 instruments in this one, because there are even the shorts that we talked about before. So there are short articulations there. Then there are the flourishes, and then there is the percussive stuff. There is lots of stuff in this library, and yeah, check it out. There are even other cool. It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. There are even other videos out there to check it out. There is by Rob, the producer of this library, his very own walkthrough. I like it. Me personally, I like it for a very specific task, like the Untamed series, like others. If I would need to add that human touch, that human feel, if I would need a lyrical cello line, this is not the library for you. If I would need other things, maybe this is not. This is just the library if you need it as the driving force, or for some very specific phrases. And I said it, there are other libraries that come to my mind that have very, very similar content. If it comes to the shorts and to the flourishes, what the rhythm wise, this is unique. There is, you know, the solo textures by Heaviosity. There's even a cello in it. There are some that are similar, but this one maybe is the rock star of cello, because it's really even pretty much in your face. And let's just listen again to the simple cues we came up with to listen a little bit to it in context. This stuff. This is where it shines. Then I don't remember the tempo that we had on this one. Yeah, and I think that's it from my side for today. I wanted to show you Rotor, and I said it, there are many cool libraries that have been published over the last 2 weeks, and I will talk about them too very soon. Libre Waves, cool stuff, obviously Oblivion by Heaviosity, then Triumph Audio, their toy piano, the incredible Iremia solo cello from Bunker Samples, and yeah, there are another 3, 4 that come to mind. The Strange String Summer by Caro Reifer. Check out this one if you haven't heard about Caro Reifer samples. Even they are nuts in a very positive way. Very unusual instruments for crazy ideas and that stuff. And yeah, that's it from my side for today. Thanks for joining. Thanks, for being in the chat and everything. If you want to, leave a like, leave a comment, all that stuff that makes even YouTube happy, so that the channel can grow and we can continue to make this stuff. See you very, very soon in the next video or on the next live stream. One of the next videos for sure will be, the one that finally after a month, how I orchestrated the backing track for that music video and stuff like this, and my adventure now with Malau film, and then all that stuff. We will talk about it. Have a wonderful evening. Have a good time. See you soon. Bye bye. Wollen Sie